trade set up. We are going to go over a live trade setup. And it's on a pair I love. So y'all ate off of opening bell this morning. How many of y'all had fun on opening bell this morning? How many of y'all had fun on opening bell this morning? It was fire? Y'all like it? Good, good, good. I'm glad. Good, good, good. All right, y'all. We are going to go over a favorite pair of mine, GBP JPY. It is setting up for a 4-hour triangle offense. 4-hour triangle offense. Check me out. What did I tell y'all yesterday? It was selling. We had to rest. Now what do we have? We had to rest. We had to have that pullback. I told y'all yesterday. Look what it's giving us on the triangle offense. It's giving us a red triangle. GBP JPY on the 4-hour is giving us a red triangle for a continuation down. For a continuation down. So, if you are new to my 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. sessions, do me a favor, drop a number 1. I thought y'all be more excited about this setup, whatever. Aaliyah, good to see you. Marion, Selvam, C. Barnes, Mike Paul, Tyler. Let's go, let's go, let's go. RJ Johnson. Oh, sorry, R. Johnson. Maurice, Jewel, Pimara. Good to see all of y'all. Good to see all of y'all. It's a little bit different than D. Paul. Good to see you. It's a little bit different than opening bell pit party. I train more on these sessions than I do on opening bell so people get to understand what I'm looking at. So the first thing we identify is what? The first thing we are going to look for is a box. This is how you guys, so we're going to learn the triangle offense. Now the triangle offense is a strategy within colors that allows us to get into the market at optimal times without minimizing drawdown. The triangle offense is a strategy within colors that allows you to get into a trade at an optimal time without getting into a lot of drawdown. Meaning you don't have to go 30, 40 pips in a drawdown or 20 pips. You might have to go 5, 10 pips. Watch this. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing we need to do is we need to understand what box we're coming out of. We're coming out of a red box. And this red box is a proven box, which is strong structure. Every time you see a proven box and you see 4 or more touches, that is a very strong structure. That is a very strong structure. So if we're coming out of a red box, we obviously know that we need to be looking for a sell. We're going to be looking for a sell. And we need to identify a triangle of that same color coming out of that box. Coming out of that box. Right? So obviously here, you got it, Charlie. You're welcome. You're welcome, Charlie. I'm glad you took it. I'm glad you took it. You took what you've learned. You took what you've learned. So we have a red triangle come out. The biggest thing is we need to find the red triangles. This is the triangle offense, and we need to find the red triangles because the red triangles identify when our trend goes from a buy to a sell. And we want that trend to go from a buy to a sell because we're coming out of a red box. And if we're coming out of a red box, there's no reason why we need to be looking for buys. I promise there are some people that will look for buys instead of sells. We need to be looking for sells if we're coming out of a red box. If we're coming down out of a red box, we need to be looking for a sell. And we need to be looking for a red triangle. This red triangle means that we go from a green trend line, watch me, green trend line to a red trend line. And once we know that we have a red triangle, the next thing we need to identify is the trend, which is a sell. And we need to drop down time frames. Because when we drop down time frames, this is where we're going to take our entry. We're going to drop down to the 30-minute. Watch this. we're going to draw down to the 30-minute for our entry. Because we need to make sure that the smaller time frame is in congruence with the higher, is in congruence with the higher time frame. So how do I know? Colors Million, I got you, hold on. How do I know when my trend is in confluence with my 4 hour? You look for the same colored triangle and all of your colors to line up vertically. And when all of the colors line up vertically, what do? TTMFT. Now, when all the colors line up on the 30-minute, you take your entry. You take your entry on the 30-minute. Because your 30-minute is now in confluence with your 4-hour trend. Do you understand? When you're using the triangle offense, you need to know when your smaller time frame is in confluence with your higher time frame. Because when your smaller time frame is in confluence with your higher time frame, after the close, correct. When it is in confluence with your higher time frame, that is a more powerful trade. How many of you guys get into a trade, and after you get into the trade, you go negative 30 pips and you have no idea why? Rich Paul, thank you for being honest. I'll raise my hand. C. Barnes, thank you. B Money, Marion, Jay-Z Crypto. Yeah. Let's be honest with each other. Let's not be scared. Let's be honest with each other. You are getting into an opposite trade, counter trend trade, when you should be looking for the higher time frame trade. If your 4 hour is selling, the only thing that you need to be looking for are sells on the lower time frame. Because watch this. I'm gonna give you an illustration. Everyone knows my illustrations. If all you do is look at the 4 hour, of course it's going down. But how many 30-minute candles are in a 4 hour time frame? So if there's 8 candles, what happens if you get into a trade when those 8 candles are pulling back on you? But you didn't know that because all you did was look at the 4 hour. What happens if 5 of those candles are pulling back on you? You're in drawdown 5 30-minute candles. That's a lot of drawdown. You got into a trade just because you looked at the 4 hour. That's all you did. Oh, it's going down on the 4 hour. I don't care. I'm getting into it. But you didn't realize that you're in the middle of a pullback. So when you get in, you're pulling back 20, 30 pips. What you need to do is go down to your lower time frames, identify what it's doing, and wait for it to come back in congruence with your higher time frame. If that 30-minute does not line up with your 4 hour, you wait. So once we are in the trade, do we hold the trade for the entire 4 hours? I'm teaching you how to swing, so longer than 4 hours. I'm talking about a couple days, almost a week. I got you, Ryan. So if your 30-minute is not in congruence with your 4 hour time frame, do not take the trade. You are killing yourself and you're killing your account by doing that. If you're, look, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm marking every time we got a green triangle on the 30-minute. I'm marking every time we got a green triangle on the 30-minute. Because we about to, oh my God, we about to eat off of this trade again. We are about to eat off of this trade again. I know T Miller's ready to pull that trigger. T Miller and Leilani Miller are ready to pull that dang trigger. All right. I marked up every time we got a 30-minute pullback. You saw the green triangles. Where do you see green on the 4 hour? There is no green triangle on the 4 hour. So why are we getting in when it's green on the 30 minute? I marked up where the pullbacks are, but you wouldn't have known there was a pullback if you just looked at the 4 hour, because everything is red. I got you. I'll look at it. Everything is red. And if you just analyzed out the 4 hour, you would be in some pullback on some of these. But you didn't know that. You wouldn't have known that you wouldn't know that because you didn't look at the 30-minute time frame. That's why we dropped down. So you can see when there's a pullback. Because you can't see the pullback on a 4 hour time frame on the 30 minutes. You have to drop down a time frame to see if your lower time frame is in confluence with your higher time frame. And if your lower time frame matches your higher time frame, you take the trade. How do I take the trade? You look for the red triangle and all of the colors to line up. And for you swingers, every time you get a red triangle and all the colors to line up, you take that dang trade. You take that dang trade. You could have had ample amount of opportunity to take the trade. Now, when you see a green triangle on the 30 minute, do not get scared of a 30-minute green triangle when your 4 hour is red. If your 4 hour is still red like this, if it's bloody, if it's gang banging on this chart, red, there is no reason why you need to get out. Ryan, yes. Yes, Ryan. Every time on the 30 minute you get a red triangle and all the colors to line up, you take the trade. Because if it matches the 4 hour, that is a high probability setup. Yes. Watch this though. Imagine you held your positions. I'm going to tell you when to get out. Imagine you held your positions and your first position was sitting at 197 pips. Your second position, 164 pips. Your third position, 97 pips. 70 pips. Over 450 pips. Over 450 pips. From August 13th to August 17th, 4 days is all you needed, 4 days. To make 450 pips, maybe more depending on how many trades you enter on that red triangle. Maybe more. Maybe more. But every time a red triangle came out and all the colors lined up, you just took that trade. And you ate. Some people are struggling to catch 10 to 15 pips. I just showed you how to catch 450, almost 500 pips with one pair for 1 week. And you don't even have to stare at the computer. You can come back every couple hours. If there's no red triangle, you know what? And you know what? Check me out. You don't even have to check the chart. You come back every 2 or 3 hours, and as long as your 4 hours still red, you're good. And then you drop down to your 30 minute. If you don't get another red triangle, you walk away. You walk away. You're only looking at the computer for 2 minutes to see if everything's lined up for another sell. If it ain't, well, don't worry about it. Here's when you get out. Here's when you get out. You get a candle to break above your trend line like this, a yellow candle to break above your trend line, get out. But you don't get out on the 30 minute. Here's the thing. You only use a 30 minute for entries. don't get out. Or I'll cater to you. I'll cater to you. If you want to get out on the 30-minute, here's how you get out on the 30-minute. Use a trend line. Here's how you get out on the 30-minute. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I like trend lines. Look, here's your 30-minute trend line. No, not even there. Right here. Here's your 30-minute trend line. If that trade does not break your trend line, you stay in that. If your trade does not break that trend line, you stay in that. Once it breaks your trend line, get out. That's how you can get out. MD Vela, you can use this as a way to get out, as a sniper way to get out, because you can see the break of trend on a smaller time frame. It's up to you. You can use a trend line. Here's the 4 hour. There's the 4 hour. But this is also a trend line too. Here's what y'all need to realize. This red line is a trend line too. It's just moving with you. It's just moving with you. This trend line is just moving. So if it breaks above your trend line, get out. Now watch this. Watch this. We know that we're downtrending, right? We got a lower low, a lower high. We know we're downtrending. I'm back on the 4 hour. Here's how you analyze it again to kick its butt again. You know we're downtrending. So if we're downtrending, what is the green triangle? If we're downtrending, then what does the green triangle tell us? It's pulling back. It's pulling back. But when it pulls back, it has to create a lower high. What did it do? It created a lower high. And after it created a lower high, what do we now have? What do we now have on the candle that I'm showing you right now? A continuation of this sell. So now that we have a 4 hour red triangle telling us that we are now back in confluence with our trend, the next thing is what? What do we do after we have a 4 hour red triangle? We mark it up with a vertical line and we go back to the 30-minute. Do we have a red triangle right now? So there's no ample opportunity to get into this trade just yet. There's no ample opportunity to get into this trade just yet. So when you get a red triangle and all the colors to line up, what do? You get in. I come back in an hour. I come back in 30 minutes. So now that we know what to look for, check me out. When you enter that trade on the 30-minute, here's where you put your stop loss. At the level it created for you. You see this gray line right here? You put your stop loss right there. I literally just showed you a live setup of a GJ trade. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of people watching this. Yes, you put your stop loss on a 4 hour chart based on a 4 hour chart because you analyzed on the 4 hour chart. Don't put your stop loss on a 30-minute chart because a 30-minute chart's only an entry time frame. You put your stop loss based on a 4 hour time frame. I got you, Ryan. Look. This is where our stop loss goes. If I drop down to my 30-minute, chances are I'm going to get a candle somewhere. I'm going to get a triangle right here. I'm just saying a candle right here with a triangle, right? So let's just measure that. That's a 60 pip stop loss. You're like, Alex, that's a lot of pips. You're swinging. You need to give yourself some room so if it pulls back, you don't get wicked out. You don't get wicked out. That's more than enough space, especially for a GBP pair. Look at this trade. It's setting up so beautiful. It's setting up so beautiful. Watch this. I can even mark it. Here's our 4-hour trend. Right? Here's when it broke our 4-hour trend. And then here's where it came back into alignment. Look, we already have red, pullback, another red. A red triangle. We had an impulsive move. Impulsive move. We have a pullback. The next red triangle is going to push us down. The next red triangle is going to push us down. Get out. Up to you. Up to you. You can get out. You can hold it. Up to you. Take it to the green box. Look, I'm going to show you something. If it goes to that green box, that's 120 pips away. That's 120 pips away to that green box. And if it is that green box, you're going to be speaking in tongues with 120 pips in profit. $120 pips, and some of y'all are still holding. I know someone who's still holding this trade. This is a GBP pair. GBP's pay. That's 120 pips to that next zone. Let's go to gold. I saw someone wanted me to look at gold. All right. We got a triangle offense. We had a pullback. We had a pullback. Let's go down to our 30 minutes, see what it's doing. There's your red triangle. Let me see. Let me let it update itself. I'll look at silver too, and I'll look at SPX. I got you, EJ. I just had to go over and make sure I explode. Oh, hold on. There we go. This is the triangle offense. You could have taken that right there. You'd be up about, 10, 15 pips. I mean, but it is, 10, 15 pips, 10, 15 pips. Here's what I would tell you. If you were looking to swing gold, you knew it was at this red box, and you're looking to swing gold. You saw that arrow? Remember, you put your stop loss according to structure on the 4-hour. You saw this gray line right here. You saw this gray line right here. You could have put your stop loss right here. It never would have wicked you out. It never would have wicked you out. And then now you can use the triangle offense. You can use it. We're coming out of a red box, right? We're coming out of a red box. You can start using the triangle offense. The pivotal point for this trade has to break this level right here. I would say have to break this level right here. You can take it down to this level, but we need to be careful. We just need to be careful. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you to get out. We just need to be careful. So we have GJ. We had GJ that we need to keep an eye on. And if GJ does what we need it to do, Our 7 p.m. session is going to be a little different. Our 7 p.m. session is going to be a little different if it does what it wants us to do. AMAC, I'm up 197 pips in gold from the sell this morning. Great job, AMAC. 777s for AMAC. If you're 4 or 5 candles past the red triangle, don't take the trade. You could have taken an entry here, right here, because all the colors lined up. But it's a small trade, so. If you've missed it, don't get in it. If you've missed it, don't get in it. Don't. So is it a good time to get into GJ? Do we have a red triangle on the 30 minute? Let's see. Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a late night. Oh, come on. I know there's more candles than that. It's just not updating for me. Yeah, you playing around with me right now. If there's no red triangle in 30 minutes yet, don't take it. Is it times that the candles will make a move before the triangle produce? Oh yeah, they can always make a move before the triangle is produced. It has to make a move to clarify that downtrend. But when your trend comes into confluence, that's the best opportunity to get in. That's the best opportunity to get in because now your trend is officially going with the higher time frame. GBP CHF, we could be seeing the same thing, guys. GBP CHF, we could be seeing the same thing. Who's calling me? No one important. God dang, GU has just been... God bless. Look, you could use the triangle offense right there. Taking that whole thing. Could use the triangle offense on this thing and taking the whole thing. You'd currently be sitting up. Well, it might have wicked you out, but you could have got back in. EJ, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Look, my sessions are a little bit slower. My sessions are a little bit slower paced than they are on Opening Bell because I'm here to teach and make sure that you understand things, and I'm here to make sure that you understand what you should be looking for in colors. God, that thing is looking beautiful. That is looking like a beautiful trade. Yeah, there's nothing right now. There's nothing right now, and right now is not an ample time to get in. Right now is not an ample time to get in. So on the triangle, we have to drop down to it. So on the triangle offense, we don't necessarily have to drop. No, Brent, you need to drop down lower time frames. That's a step in the triangle offense. You have to, Brent. You have to. You got it, Brent. I got you. Hey, thank you for plugging in as much as you do. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Emerald, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. C. Barnes, thank you so much. We appreciate you. T. Mills, I got you, brother. Man, I got to come see you soon. Me and Ashley have to come see you soon. Let's check it. Let's check us out. Let's check us out. For us to continue this trade, if you use the triangle offense on the 4 hour, you'd be eating off of it right now. If you used it yesterday, you'd be eating off of it right now. You could have taken an entry there. You could take an entry there. Or not there. You have to break the structure first. Mitch Paul, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for plugging in. You have to break the structure first. If we break this structure and we get momentum to push this down, boom, we take the trade. Silver, we break this structure. Thank you, T Mills. We break this structure. And we get everything to line up red, take the trade. I'm going to go over the triangle offense again. This is the 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. sessions are where I teach the triangle offense. Yes, I can. I can definitely explain it. Okay, there's a question, guys. Jay Kendrick. I understand that we marked the triangle coming out of a box on the third. Oh. Hold on. Box on the 30-minute and drop down the final take trade once the triangle matches and colors line up. But what are the optimal times a day to look for the setups? It depends on what you're looking at. I'm going to tell you this right now. It depends on what you're looking at. There's sessions in the market. You have the New York session, the Asian session, and the London session. GBPs tend to move on London sessions, which is in the morning for us. JPYs can move in the evening. US pairs, US 30, New York sessions. You got it, Jay Kendrick. I got you. Let's check it. Let's check US 30. I promise you. Let's check US 30. On the 4 hour, is that what you're looking at? US 30 had to freaking drop. US 30 had to drop. All that upward momentum, it had to. What time frame, Ryan? Or 4 hour, 30 minute? Look, you could have analyzed US 30. Here's, watch this. You could have analyzed US 30. And in analyzing US 30, you saw these green candles. You saw these green candles, right? But you knew everything was still red on your trend line. Obviously, it wasn't an optimal time to get in, obviously. But when everything came back into alignment, you could have taken that sell-off. Now, look, we broke structure. We're retesting structure right now, this level. We're retesting this level on US 30. I'm looking at a 4 hour time frame higher. I don't care if it's an indice. A 4 hour time frame shows me a lot. We're retesting a 4 hour time frame, and we're losing sellers volume, as you can see here. We're losing sellers volume. So we have little to no sellers on the higher time frames at the moment. So we could be in a pullback for right now. We could be in a pullback for right now on US 30. And you see these double wicks, that means huge indecision on a higher time frame. And I don't like that. I like these. I like these. NAS 100. So we had to push down on NAS. We had a huge push down, tested some levels. We have a swing arrow on NAS. So we need to be careful with this 4 hour swing arrow, because this 4 hour swing arrow, even though there's not a green box, this 4 hour swing arrow tells us this fat arrow right here, tells us that we have found strong structure, so we could be going back to the top side. So we need to be careful. We need to be careful on NAS. So let's go over the triangle offense. For those of y'all that did not catch the triangle offense training, let's go over the triangle offense. Family, I need you to teach me. Step one is what? So what is step one? Box. Locate the box on the higher time frames. For if y'all are missing this, look in the chat. Step one is find the box we are coming out of on the lower time frames. On the higher time frames, excuse me, I'm gonna shut up. Look for a box on the 4 hour, whether it's green or red. Once you identify what color and what box it is, you need to be looking for a triangle coming out of that box that is the same color. That is step two. Step two is look for a triangle of the same color. Triangle of the same color to line up with the color of the box. Once we find that, we need to drop a vertical line on that triangle on the 4 hour. That is step three. Step three is 4 hour. So step one is box. I know, Chastity, I'm gonna shut up. I know. Step two is what? Step two is what? Look for the same colored triangle. Once you find that same colored triangle, what is step 3? I know that step 3 is so simple, but here's on step 3 also, right on step 3, same colored vertical line as the triangle. Same color vertical line as the triangle. Write that on your notes. Step 4 is what? This is step 3. We drop down lower time frames. Okay, thank you. I'm going to drop down to my lower time frames. Thank you for telling me. All right, so I dropped down to my lower time frames. What do I do now? I'm a new trader. What do I do now? Okay, so I look for the same colored triangle and line up all the colors. So if I did that, and I'm just going to drag it to where I think I would have entered. I put my line there. Am I correct? So that's where I would have taken my trade. Okay. So you're telling me I could have taken that trade and I could have caught 20 pips off the rip, or I could have held it and caught 190 pips? That's what y'all are telling me? Okay. 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 All right. Y'all just taught me how to trade. For you new people, you just taught me how to trade. So the next time you're doubting yourself, you just taught me how to trade. You just taught everyone how to trade. You just taught your family how to trade using the triangle offense. So don't ever doubt yourself. Don't you ever doubt yourself. Don't you ever doubt yourself. Don't give no one the satisfaction saying that you can't trade. Nah, don't give them that satisfaction. You know dang well you can trade. You just taught me. Also play stop loss if you want to swing. Ah, Crip Teresa, that's a good one. I appreciate you. The next time you doubt yourself, please. Nah. You better start believing that you the ish. You better start believing that you the ish on these charts. So the next time I see you in person, when you see me in person, I ask you if you're a master trader, what are you going to tell me? If I ask you you're a master trader, what are you going to tell me? You dang right y'all are. Nah, you ain't getting there, Nina. You master trader. You better start. You put that into the atmosphere. You put that into the atmosphere. That's right, T-Mill. I am. On Mary Had a Little Lamb, I'm a master trader. You better claim it. That's right. That's right. I don't give a dang what people think about you. I give a dang what you think about yourself. I want to know what you think. If it's two boxes kind of far away from each other, do you take the one on the furthest away on a verified? You take the one that's closest. Take the one that's closest. No doubt you're going to be able to get into GJ when a red triangle comes out. Step 4. Okay. Step 1, identify the box. Step 1 is identify the box. Step 2, identify your triangle. Look for a triangle the same color as that box. Step 3, mark it with a vertical line. Okay, let's step 1. Let's show step 1. Step 1, Look for this big rectangle. That's 1. 2. Let me go back to the 4 hour. All right, that's step 1. Step 2. Find your triangle. Find your triangle. Step 3. Vertical line. Step 3. You know what? I'm going to actually do it this way. I can actually do it this way. I'm learning how to I'll do it this way. Oh, hell. Okay, Alex, what are you doing? Okay. You know what? I'm just going to delete that. There we go. 1. Look for box. Step 2. You better, Maria. You better, Maria. Step 2. Look for same colored triangle. Yes, I talk when I type. I can't type. Leave me alone. As box. Step 3. Draw same color vertical line as triangle. Now I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to make it bigger. I got you. Drop down to 30 minute from 4 hour. We'll simplify it like this. And 5. Find same colored triangle and colors to line up. Step 6. Take the trade. And I'm going to make this thicker than a Snicker. There's your steps. You mark it where the triangle is. You don't have to draw a vertical line on the 30 minute. I only draw the vertical line on the 30 minute to show you where you could have entered. You only need to draw the vertical line on the 4 hour. There's your steps. Oh, no, I got y'all. I'm blind too. Boom. You ask and you shall receive. Those are your steps. Those are your steps. All right. How many of y'all enjoyed the can you post that on the group chat? Yeah. Yes. How many of y'all enjoyed the training? How many of y'all enjoyed the training? How many of y'all got clarification? Awesome. I'm glad y'all are getting it. I'm glad. Gang, gang. You know what I'm saying? I pull up. I pull up. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to end it with our song, and we're going to end this session. But what I want to do, I appreciate you, Charlie. I appreciate you. Big deal I can't because I'm on the Forex side. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the color combo. Honey Jam, that's the color combo. Red, green, red, right? Red, green, and then you have another red for that cell. All right, we're going to listen to this song again. I'll see y'all. I can't wait to see what GJ does. And if GJ does what we wanted to do, we're gonna have a fun 7 p.m. session, and we're gonna ask our family members where the heck y'all were at 2 p.m. Right? Right? I'll see y'all at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll see y'all tonight.
Oh.